14th part of when you came in Aratla's Mafia King's eyes, and now you became his unhealthy obsession. Author point of view. You felt as if a fantasy was played. To shut your mouth, he used his. Your heart pounding hard against your ribs. His one hand at your back, and the other one was. You were out of breath, but he did not want to step away. Jan Tehung, you gasped. That made him more aggressive. He was careful when he laid you on the bed. Your red tomato face made him smile. Both were breathing heavily. Tehung, from where did you learn to say bad words, huh? He asked while giving a soft pat on your cheek. He was over, and you were holding on your weak heart that was writhing due to his proximity. Jan, you are bad. You, how dared you? Teham, exactly how you did. Remember, the first one was from you. You pouted, and he had to warn himself to not repeat his act, Jan, because you were dying for the gift. Teham, ah, I see. How you did that? He sat up against the headboard, pulled you over. Tehung, like this, right? Jan, but you, Tehung, do it again, so that I will not punish you for running away. His hands kept you fixed, and you did not let you move. Jan, no, no, you just took it. You are a bad man. Tehung, be aware. You again pouted. He leaned you closer. Your hands rested on his shoulder, while Tehung, I am believing that you were spent a moment with me for money. You were not greedy for expensive gifts. You did not play along for luxury. Jan, and this is the truth. You are not doing a favor, Tehang, but you ran, Jan. Why? He growled when you started getting water in your eyes. Tehang, Jan, Mom forced me. His hand was moving in your hairs. Jan, they were against you because you forced me. Mom said you will be if I say no to you. I had no other option. Tehang, you could have told me all this. I would find a way. But you lied, and then ran silently. You looked down. Tehang, didn't I deserve to know? Jan, Mom was. Ta. What about you, Jan? It was your relation. Only you and me were allowed to decide, and no one else. You had already realized your mistake, but his sharp tone made you angry. Ta, you hurt me, Jan. You hurt me too, you yelled. Jan, you dragged me from my house while I was crying and begging. You locked me here. You punched on his chest. He groaned in pain. Jan, you hurt me more. I am not going to say sorry. You are more guilty. You deserve the punishment. He sighed when you were crying your eyes out on his shoulder. Few minutes passed and your sobs were stopped. Tehang, Jan, you slept there. He straightened down and pulled over the comforter to let you sleep. The father was at Martin's place. Martin, we are friends for years. Let's not become enemies now. The father, listen. As I promised, Tehang will marry Stacy. Martin, what about that girl? The father, I will handle her. Martin, and what if I insist to help? There was evilness in his eyes. The father, how can you help? Martin, I have many ways. The father, no, I have no personal grudge against her, so no need. The father, what? Martin, I am also looking for a girl to marry. Then why not her? The father, Dehang is too obsessed. He will not let this happen. He looked worried. Martin, we will plan. Relax. In early morning, your eyes opened. You were surrounded with his manly scent that fluttered your stomach. Looking up, you realized that you were over him. Jan, Tehang, You stared at his handsome face, that twisted when your hand was pressed on his. Jan, you undid that button, slid it aside, and gasped. That woke him up. He held your hand and set the shirt back. Jan, you? This? My name's tattoo? You were stunned, avoiding to look in your eyes. He placed you on the bed and then stood tall. Da, I feel so tired. He groaned to cover the embarrassment. Standing on your knees, you held his arm. Jan, Taehong. He removed your hand and then silently left the room. Jan, if he was so tired, then why I let me sleep? You touched your heated cheeks. Jan, it was a fresh tattoo. That is why it was hurting, right? Then you fell in thought about what he said earlier. Jan, I wish I had told him. Teho came to kitchen. Da, Miss Kathy, why you forced Jan to leave? Kathy, you are still asking, even after hearing Mr. Kim's opinion. Taehong, I don't care about others' opinions, and I never demanded any background from Jan because I love her. Kathy, you are just obsessed. You hurt her. The wound on her foot was an accident. Kathy, she locked her. Taehong, that was the reaction of what you did, Miss Kathy. I forced her, but what you did. You also forced your decision on her when she was happy with me. Kathy, I did that to save her from Mr. Kim. Because of you, you did wrong, Miss Kathy. She was guilty, as she had seen you crying for Taehong. She left to give you breakfast when Robert appeared. Robert, sir, I got news that Martin's sister likes someone else. Taehong, who cares? Robert, Mr. Kim is pressurizing. So for now, if you say yes, at least till we know about people who were keeping an eye on Jan when she was out of city. But Taehong did not agree for that. After 1 week, Taehong allowed you to roam around in the mansion. The father was worried that how to get rid of his son's obsession. Taehong, Shan, Ria will bring all the notes. You can go to college for tomorrow. You were happy, but did not show it. Ta, say thanks. His brow was raised when you just stared. Ta, father. Kathy, you should now shift back to your house. Kathy, yes, sir. Ta, not until I allow. He saw the phone you passed him. He shook his head. Ta, father. Ta. By the way, tell Martin that I will marry her sister. You and Ta, father were the most shocked ones. Kathy pulled you back when you were about to pound on him. Tehang, father. Really, my son? I am so happy. Let me tell Martin. He went away. Jan, you cheater. Tehang, excuse me? Jan, you said you love me and you are marrying that girl. Jan, I thought I should not force you to love me. Right, Miss Kathy? Jan, don't react as if you like me. He agreed to play this trick for Martin because that way he was expecting to get an answer from you. Jan, no, I don't like you because I hate you. You yelled on his face and ran to your room. Kathy looked confused. Tehang, her foot must be fine. That is why she is always jumping around. He was smiling. Tehang removed his tie and then shut. Suddenly you burst in, and your cheeks caught color to see him there. Tehang, this is no more your room. He teased as you had shifted to Kathy's room. Jan, so now your obsession is over, and you will marry that girl, huh? He shrugged. Jan, then why you made this tattoo? Ta, you should be grateful that you are free. You pushed him back. Jan, why you that day? Tehong, to shut your mouth? Jan, he pressed a smile when you struggled to find words. Tehong, why to say no to that when the girl I love had her name tattooed. Doesn't even like me. You frowned. At least that Stacy is madly in love with me. You pushed him until he had to grab your hands. Jan, you are so bad. You showed as if you will die with me, and now you are a fake lover, or you would try harder to get me. You were saying everything except that you love him too. Taehung, you are forgetting that I forced you in every possible way. Jan, what's the use when you still lost me, loser? Stopping your foot, you put back your hands and left. He traced your name on Taehung, my love, my life. Sitting in office, Taehung was thinking about you. He was sure that soon you would burst out your emotions. She is crazy. His guard entered. Guard, sir, I heard you are marrying Martin's sister. Taehung. Why? He asked angrily. Guard, actually, ma'am joined a college for a few days, and Martin was seen going in there. His head swirled with the mark on your wrist. Anger was turning his eyes red, and he hurriedly rushed to the mansion. To be continued. What will happen now? Will she confess? Thanks for watching this and love you all.